In our final segment, I'll speak with Dr. Bonati, founder and chief orthopedic surgeon of the Bonati Spine Institute. Dr. Bonati is not only very passionate about the healing of his patients, but also the troubles in our political and medical systems in this country. His views against Obamacare are shared by another surgeon who recently announced his candidacy for president, Dr. Ben Carson. He joined us on our radio program a while back and gave us his views about Obamacare and the current state of this nation. We'll also discuss some of the other 2016 presidential candidates.
There was a quote, and if you don't mind me asking, they had asked you about the Affordable Care Act.
Yes.
And it was quoted as saying the worst thing that has happened in this nation since slavery.
Yes.
And I realize some people get their backs up about that, but I think they are making them slaves to the system. What are your thoughts on that?
But that's a typical trick of the left,
Mm-hmm.
is to seize upon a word. He used that word,
Mm-hmm.
and, because they don't really want to talk about what I'm really talking about, because they know it's true.
Correct.
That turning over to the government the most important thing you have, your health care,
Mm-hmm.
makes you dependent. And that fundamentally changes the power structure in our nation. They don't want to actually get into those issues. So they say, oh, he says it's the same as slavery. This is just... And I explain that quite extensively in the book, the kinds of tricks that are used to keep people at each other's throats,
Yes.
so they don't actually think about the real problem and how to solve it.
It's really an honor to be represented by possibilities to have a presidential candidate that is involved before in his life in medicine, so he can understand very well the tribulations and the problems that the patients in the nation are going through today. Healthcare is a real problem. I see every single day patients that they are so upset with the circumstances. They had coverage before and then suddenly they lost that coverage. Ben Carson is addressing some of these problems. Now, I'm only interested on what these candidates are going to do for medicine, because it's about time that doctors start to become totally selfish to defend their patients.
He talked about not being a politician, and he knew they were going to kind of sling some dirt at him because of who he is, and he doesn't come from that background. But he also said, I want you to listen. If you really listen to what I'm saying, it makes sense. It's common sense. And listen to the difference between him and these other quote-unquote politicians.
Well, I like two people on this rostrum, probably three people.
Okay.
I like very much Carly Fiorina, because knows business,
Right.
And because he's going to shut down Hillary Clinton to the floor, because she's not scared of her,
Right.
and she's not an individual who can be controlled with political rhetorics.
Right. Now, for people who may not know, Carly Fiorina, she is a businesswoman and former CEO of Hewlett-Packard.
Exactly. The other person that I like very, very much is Rubio.
Okay.
Rubio has almost a background similar to not as rough, as poor, and as challenging like Ben Carson, but has a lot of challenge in his life, from the immigration of their parents to where he is today. So I think Rubio is another candidate. Any one of these three candidates, I think they can be, I'll support. But don't bring me a Bush, not because I dislike
You want
Bush.
new blood.
I think we need to stop this monarchic behavior, where the baton is being passed from one family to the other one,
Right.
and they don't improve too much.
Correct. Thank you for watching American Medicine Today. Remember, you don't have to live with back pain. There is an option. Find out if the world-renowned Bonati Spine Procedures can help you. If you have any comments or questions, contact us at the number below. You can also tweet at Dr. Bonati using hashtag American Medicine Today or hashtag AMT. We respect your views and opinions and would like to hear from you.